Hey there, we are about to start a very big, very scary project. We are about to build a pool. Not us personally. We are hiring a professional to build us a pool. This has been a long time saving effort and a dream of both of ours to have a pool and have a pool that so that our son can grow up having a pool, because we both were raised having a pool. So it's gonna be interesting. I wanted to start a journal to show you before, during, after, our feelings about the whole process. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some stress along the way, but we have an open mind and we know that you gotta make a mess in order to make something beautiful. So it's going to go right there, and I'm standing in front of our house. So there's the lake. We'll be able to see the lake from the pool, which was the plan, and then here's the house. Here is from where I am standing. And we're hoping to have a path done. I'm in the middle of building a shower. I was outside as well. But we'd like to have a path from about here to the pool. It's gonna be 18 feet by 36 feet. It's called the Oasis shape. We've decided to go with a sun shelf and a two-seat sort of love seat in the deep end, maybe a fountain, we're not sure yet. We'll see more designs on that, and then stone coping. Eventually we'll be building a building over here, and that we're hoping to do around 20 feet by 30 feet. And then this is the hanger pad, so we'll be able to walk to it from there or from the house. And that's our back deck and our bedroom. So all of the action in this house happens on the back deck here. So hopefully we'll be moving that over to there. So wish us luck. They begin digging on Monday, May 3rd, I want to say is Monday, May 4th. May the 4th be with us. So now the fun begins. Starting the pool.
Yeah, and you might come out here when you can to see if there's a closer place that we could come out of the building. All right. Think about it and give me an idea about what that put her down line all the way out there is going to cost. Because they want to go ahead and make provision for.
This is day one of getting the pool dug. We had a whole group of guys show up this morning and take elevations, and they were digging within an hour, less than an hour. They already started digging. They had the whole thing planned out, including the seats and everything. We're gonna put the building over there and the pumps on the other side of the building, kind of there. There is one hitch, and we're gonna have to talk to the electrician because he's not here yet today. He'll probably show up tomorrow. But the main electricity to the house is down there, and they would have to run it all the way around the septic, around the drain field, around that pipe of water, over to where the pumps are gonna be. And that's 275 feet. So hopefully we can find a way to run it from that corner of the house across. We shall see in the next installment. Here is the end of the first day. The digging has been pretty much completed. They are going to be building the walls with the concrete tomorrow. And he said there's going to be 10 inches of wall all the way around. So Here is my beautifully red dirt pit. I'm excited. 8 feet's pretty deep from all the way up here. Here is the trench for all of the pipe work that is going to be brought over here to the pumps. They started work at about 8 a.m. this morning. Really, they started digging at 9 after we got the layout and everything. And then they were done digging by around 1:30, 2 o'clock. So it really did not take very long to get the form of the pool started. Looking forward to day 2 tomorrow. Here we are, day 2. We're putting up molds and then the concrete truck will be along to fill them and build the walls. That's quite neat. How all these molds come pre-done and they just put them around the edges, tighten them together. The concrete truck just arrived and we're about to get concrete pouring out. The pool will now begin. This is so exciting. This is 10 a.m. on day 2, and they're already pouring the walls of the concrete. Now they said that they do 10-inch thick walls. Right where they're standing and pouring first is gonna be the small love seat in the deep end. And as you can see there, they have done a wall which is going to be the sun shelf in the shallow end. We'll see this all either tomorrow or Thursday when it all dries. Have no idea how many days it'll take to dry, but to be announced. Here we are, 2 o'clock, day 2. And they have already removed the molds. I did not know that the concrete sets this fast, but it was completely set and they were removing molds within a matter of a couple hours, which is insane. That's gonna be the pipe to the waterfall. Gonna do a little small waterfall. They got some jet action happening over here in the deep end love seat. Got lots of plumbing pipes going all the way around. There is the sun shelf with bubbler, and there's going to be stairs here and stairs there. And then over in that hole, you can see that they have put all of the plumbing over to there, where they're going to have the pump and all the equipment and filtration. So moving very quickly along, day 2 here. Here's a view of the pool from the other side, and all of the plumbing going over to the pump area. Don't think this is going to be a bad view for a pool. Lake all around. One thing that they did say is they're not sure if we have enough dirt to fill in this entire wall up into the edge. So we may end up having a bit of wall on display on this side, and the other side is where we'll do a bigger patio, and then the patio with connection to the building over there eventually. We'll see how it goes. It's now the morning of day 3 and the electricians are here. They have to connect from the edge of the house, which there's a 50 amp over there, and they're going to temporarily run it across the yard until we get Southern Rivers Energy out here to put in a new box and electricity over there, which is going to be 100 amp to be able to run the whole building. And then when they do that, we'll be able to hook that up to the new outlet. The pool people should be here later today after the electric is done to install, I guess, the pumps and things like that, and then fill in some more of the ground with, I guess, more concrete. To be announced. So here is day 4, Thursday morning at 10 a.m. and they have come in and done the coping all the way around what the vinyl liner will be held onto. They are currently putting concrete in the sun shelf and making the stairs. They are backfilling up around the pool, and that will be, I believe, about it for today. And we'll see what else comes tomorrow. So far, progress. See, there's the sun shelf. Gonna be cured overnight. Here we are, day 5, and they have started doing the stone coping. The stonemasons are hand chipping every single piece. It's gonna be beautiful. The sun shelf and steps have set up very nicely. It's going to take about 2 or 3 days of this, they said. So here's a close-up of the stone coping that they started. So they did all the way around the rim, and they'll come back on Monday and perhaps Tuesday, if they don't finish up on Monday, to finish the extra pieces. You see, we're going to have an LED light over there, and then piping for a fountain. And here are the pipes for the bubblers and the sun shelf and steps. A lot of work went into chipping and carving and doing each of these stones individually. This is how they work. These are their little tables. Very nice. Tuesday at noon, and the stonemasons have finished all the stone. It took them 2.5 days, but they were done by noon today. Yesterday they were here. Yesterday was Monday, and they had finished this first round and the mud underneath them, and then they were almost done with this second round by the time they left yesterday. And today they just came back and firmed up a couple extra little pieces and then mudded in between the cracks. And the next step is going to be concrete, possibly. The stonemason moved this pipe for us, which was centered. I asked them to plumb for a fountain because we weren't sure what we wanted to do yet with the waterfall, but we've decided to go ahead and do a waterfall, and we wanted it to be slightly off center so that we did not have a disturbed view down to the lake. So now we'll be able to see directly down to that lake, and the fountain's going to kind of be covering up the land bridge over there. So I think that'll work out really well. But it looks really nice. And I spoke to him and wondered, do we need to do any sealer or anything like that? And they said that we could if we wanted to, but it was not necessary. That once it starts to rain and everything and this gets wet, you'll see the colors come out a lot better. But if you wanted to, he recommended not doing a wet look sealer, but a natural sealer. And that way it wouldn't be slippery and you wouldn't have a problem with it looking wet on the concrete wherever you spray it. And he did recommend just using a pump and spraying it. So we got our skimmer there, a skimmer over there. It's gonna be good. We'll see what tomorrow, day 9, brings. Forming for the molds for the patio concrete has started. We've decided to go with a 3-foot walkway that comes all the way up here. And they're also going to put concrete here and match it over to that walkway there so that we can get around the house easily. They're a very nice bunch of guys. Came here 7 a.m. day 8. It's 8:30 Thursday morning. They have started pouring the concrete, and they've gotten several feet without in about 60 seconds. So very impressive with many people working. Show the progress as they come up here. They've done the forms for both of the areas of concrete. They're removing the forms now. They'll be ready to walk on in about 24 hours. So we've got the people that built the walls here measuring for the vinyl liner. So the only next step is going to be them building the liner to spec and then coming and installing it in hopefully only about 2 weeks, or maybe less, or probably more. I hope not more. We'll see. But that's going to be the last stage before the pool's ready to put water in it. Just spoke to the nice lady that's doing the liner, and she said that they are measuring the liner, or measuring the pool for the liner. They're grinding off some of these little tabs that got stuck with the concrete that were part of the initial mold for the concrete. They're the ones that built and filled the walls of the pool, and then they're gonna send the measurements away tomorrow, which is Friday morning. So that's 10 days. Tomorrow will be day 10, and the company that builds the liner will send them back a drawing. They'll double check it against their measurements and their drawings, and then I don't know how long it'll take them to make the liner, but they'll ship the liner to our contractor, the main pool guy, and then they'll have it installed then. So it's just going to be a waiting game now. The pool's going to be ready as soon as the liner's done. So we'll just sit around and hope that it comes before Michael's birthday in June. If not, regardless, we're going to have a pool in June. So that's nice. Monday, 2 weeks after starting, and the stonemasons are back to start the waterfall. They have brought field stone. We'll see what they come up with. We are now at day 17. We started this on May 4th, and today is the 21st of May. And I wanted to show that's some of the extra concrete work we did. And here was the outdoor shower that we rebuilt. It used to have panels that went all the way down to the ground, but we lifted those panels and removed the door so that it was easier to get in and out of, and we don't have to have wasp and bee issues as often. We had them add this extra concrete pathway. This is about 75 feet from the house, and we did a 3-foot width. I don't know how thick it is. I would say, what, about 4 inches, maybe 5 almost. They built a culvert here and a drain as well, because it does dip down here a little bit. We put our handprints in there so that James will always remember his first pool. And here we are to the deep end. We've got Michael's love seat here with a jet for the back. And then this was just finished yesterday. The stonemasons came back after discussing design ideas with them, and this is what we came up with. The bottom is a field stone from Oklahoma, I think they said. And the top is the same flagstone as the rest of the pool, chiseled really nicely as well. So we worked out the price on our own, us and the stonemason, and it ended up costing $2,900 in total, and that includes the fountain feature, which it was $600 by itself. It's a 2 feet long feature. The pool is going to be 8 feet. It's more than 8 feet right now, but we'll see what it looks like when it's done. And then here is my sun shelf. Those two pipes are going to be bubblers. This pipe is going to be for an umbrella. We went with a 2-inch instead of like a 1.5, which you would normally get, because, and they're going to cut this flush when they come back. But we got one of those really big cantilever ones that sort of hang over things, the umbrellas, so we wanted to make sure that they fit inside the post, because I noticed with one of my friends it was definitely a lot wider than a typical umbrella stand. So here we are inside the pool. We did an LED light fixture, just one. That alone is $1,500. So we only did one because that's a lot, but it'll be able to change colors. So with an app on our phone, we'll be able to change it red, green, blue, yellow, orange, whatever. So it's coming along nicely. They measured, as I said earlier, for the liner last Friday. It's now Thursday today, so almost a week ago. And then they sent in the measurements, and hopefully they should be making our liners soon. But I've heard that the people that do it, which is not anywhere near here, they end up doing it to measurement and then shipping it over. And I think that they're on back order. They're a couple weeks behind their normal orders. So I don't know. We're hoping for a June 8th or 10th deadline for this for Michael's birthday party. But if not, we'll just have to push it back a little bit further. We're not going to have a building anytime soon. We're still waiting on someone to come back to us about that. But when we do get the building, it'll be there. And then we'll have more concrete poured. We'll have a covered patio. We'll have dining furniture and stuff out here. But for now, I've got 2 very large umbrellas on the way from Amazon. And I'll need to get a dining table and chairs. So that's the view up to the house. And here's the view from the pool. So I look forward to having water in this thing. I doubt that anything else is going to happen now until the vinyl liner is put in. See you next time.